I'm just going to redo the whole thing. That's easier. All right. So I've prepared notes and everything. Okay, great. I am now officially one of the cart wranglers for Sam's Club. Yes. Okay, so today is September 15th, 2019. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm looking at the clock right behind the camera. I'll do the little dance. Okay. So I am officially employed. Yay! Making money. Hey, yeah. My last payday was March 22nd of 2019 this year. So it's been about 6 months. I expect my first actual paycheck will not happen until sometime in October. You work for 2 weeks. It takes them a week to process, and then you get your paycheck. Now I'm not sure where in the cycle I am. So yesterday, Saturday, I went in for 4 hours of orientation, which ended up becoming an 8-hour shift. I'm like, hey, great. I was on the clock since I got there, so 3 hours of watching videos, probably 3 hours of sitting there waiting for somebody to get back to me because they don't have an HR department anymore. Yeah, corporate, they off-scaled or upscaled or whatever, so you just have to wait for one of the floor managers or somebody or a shift lead to be available to do this next thing that you have to do. So I worked an 8-hour shift, and I actually did get to work the job for almost an hour. I was like, man, I hope every day's like this. It won't be, but... Hello, and welcome to Carlin's Off-Grid YouTube channel. I do things differently. I'm a wanderer, a tinkerer, a nerd, and a U.S. Navy veteran. I have a motorcycle, a truck, and a school bus. Oh, and I built my house now. There might also be spaceships and stuff. I live off-grid. I'm powered by the universe. Comments are always welcome. It would be really awesome if you could subscribe. Hey! Alright, you found me. My name is Carlin, and I've got a off-grid house here on a little ranch in West Texas. Thanks for joining. I'll show you around. More info is on my website. You should totally check that out. The link is in the description. Cool, on with the show already. Let me just drop right into it, and then I'll kind of do the background. So, out of, let's see, I'm 52. I'm a qualified CDL commercial truck driver, but doesn't matter because I'm like, every time I see one of the big trucks, I shiver. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So, yes, I'm qualified. No, I don't think I'm going to do that again. I've done a lot of really cool jobs in my life. Ironically, I think when I was between 18 and 20, my first 3 or 4 years in the military, first 2 years, was the coolest job I'd ever done in my life. And I think every job since then has paled in comparison. I mean, as an 18-year-old, I was working with jets on the flight line. I mean, it was a dirty job. Everybody looked down on us, but to me, it was the coolest thing ever because I was the one that was out there helping the pilot start the jets. I brought the stuff out there, we hooked it up, we started the jets, and it was the coolest thing I'd ever done. And every job since then was a little bit worse, it seemed like. Anyway, so I go from this fantastic job, and then I was making a lot of money as a mechanic and this and that and the other. I am now officially one of the cart wranglers for Sam's Club. Yes, I'm like, I have peaked. I'm like, you know what, that's okay. I'm looking at it, and this is kind of what the manager that interviewed me said. I'll go into the backstory on that, but she's like, hey, you're in the door, and you can move up. And I'm like, that's really the way I'm looking at it, as I might decide I'd rather just stay out there. It's an outside job, I don't mind. You don't have to deal with customers and returns and people asking you questions and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, you know what, I might just stay out there. We'll see. I like working outside. It's good exercise. So, yeah, backstory after that. So I'm like, yeah, cart wrangler. I mean, I was holding out for space cowboy, but, you take what you can get anymore. I had interviewed for tire and battery tech. I interviewed for maintenance and janitor. Basically, it's just janitor. They don't do maintenance anymore. They contract that out, so it's just janitor. I interviewed for backroom stock forklift driver. Yeah, I've done that. I can do that. I also was looking at Home Depot, I applied to just about everything Home Depot had. And I really liked Home Depot because I did a lot of shopping there. I need stuff for the house, and they have employee discount. I'm like, this would be a good thing, right? But for whatever reason, I never got one hit at Home Depot. I never got one interview. I never got one follow-up. It was just, no. Yeah. I had applied to the lumber yard where I bought most of the lumber for the house. They had a few positions there. Never got a hit there either. I'm like, all right. So the only place in the last couple of months that I've gotten any interviews was Sam's Club. Yeah, I was getting to interviews and they're like, well, yeah, that position's already been filled. We're sorry, we're not really sure why that keeps calling you. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm like, it's part-time and my foot's in the door. What happens after that is up to me. Yeah, I've said it and I've read it a few places. It's like, yeah, you don't have to kill yourself to be in the top third. You know, you just show up, have a good attitude, do your job, don't cause any problems, you know, actually be sober, you know. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'll show up. I'll be the guy that's there. And odds are I probably won't be pushing carts for a couple months, you know, and then we go somewhere else. The next, and this is the thing, is what I was hearing is a lot of the jobs that I was interviewing for were already filled internally by the time I got there. I'm going to go back to the way I used to do it when I was working out in El Paso before. That's when I built the truck camper, because I was riding the motorcycle and I was getting to the point 2 hours driving on the motorcycle to do about a 10-hour day. We were working more than 8 hours most of the time at the Postal Service. And then driving 2 hours home. Chairs sliding again. So I drive 2 hours, work an 8 or 10-hour day, drive 2 hours home, crash out, wake up, do it again. So what I finally decided was I'm just going to drive the truck and sleep in the truck and not drive back and forth all the time. And so I was driving there at the beginning of the week, working my shift, sleeping in the truck, clean up at the gym or something like that, and then come home on the weekends. So that's what I'm kind of looking at doing now. So when you see the other video for the new truck camper project, that's what's going on. Yeah, the way I'm looking at it, I'm going to make enough money, I'm going to cover my budget. If I can camp in town most of the week, not drive home every day, I'll make it on gas money. You know, I won't be spending my whole paycheck on gas. Also, Sam's Club has discounted gas, so that makes a difference, you know. Oh, that was kind of the cool thing is on day one, you know, so my first day there, you get a membership card, which is worth, I think, $100. It's not the basic, it's the upper level, or what they called it. I got a plus card. Hey. So the idea is, on the plus card, it's like the executive membership at Costco when I used to have a membership there. They look at all the money you've spent, and at the end of the year, you get like a rebate or whatever money back. So you can then apply that towards the next year's membership or towards your next purchase, you know, at the end of the year. When I had a Costco membership, the money that I spent during the year got me enough of a rebate to buy the Elite or Executive Club, whatever it was then, the black card. So after the first year, I didn't pay for my membership after that. It was always included because I spent enough money to cover the membership. So I'm like, yeah, end of the year, they send you the check. I just take the check with me to the customer service. They punch it in. Okay, boop, your membership is now paid for. And then they'd give me a few dollars because I never had a huge amount, but it was always enough. So the way it's working now, I get the card for free, but I can get discounted gas. Gas is about 10 or 15 cents a gallon cheaper there than it is anywhere else that I've seen, roughly. So that's cool. And it's like you're there anyway. Fill up your truck. Cheaper gas. Okay. I don't remember if I get a rebate on the gas. That would be that would be pretty cool. I'll have to look into that. But if I can buy most of my food there, anything else that I need day to day, instead of going to Walmart, go to the Sam's Club, get my food, get the discount, end of the year, get the rebate. This is good, you know. It's definitely a lower end of the job scale. However, after 2 months of, I'm not going to say beating the pavement. I wasn't killing myself looking for the job, but Sam's Club was the only place that ever responded to any of the applications I sent in. It's too soon to really know how many hours I'm going to get. The one advantage I do have, though, is I'm not going to college. I don't have kids. I don't have a spouse. I don't have pets. All right. And it seems kind of funny, but guys I used to work with, I need the day off because I got to take my dog to the vet. I'm sure that's a legitimate reason, but you're supposed to be fixing the truck, you know. One of the interviews I was on, the lady was very excited when I said I'm not going to college. She's like, yes. I'm like, okay. I'm like, and then I thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, because college guys are, you know, they'll work for 4 hours and then go take a class and then come back and try to get another 4 hours. Well, that's hard to schedule. So I was looking, they gave me a schedule for the next week. So like for instance, on yesterday, my orientation was 4 hours. I got 8 hours out of the whole day. Great. They're giving me 4 days in a row of 8-hour days this next week. That's a heck of a lot better than I thought for part-time. Right? Because I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'll work. For this foreseeable future, really, I'm going to be doing a lot of truck camping in town. The joke has always been camping at the Walmart. Well, I guess I'll see if I can get away with camping at the Sam's Club or how that's going to work, you know. Or look around for a quiet street somewhere to park. I'm not going to build the truck camper again right now. Yet, especially this next 2 weeks. But what I've got is I've got the Army cot and an Army surplus tent rigged up to where I can assemble the two together in the back of the truck. So I can sleep in the tent in the back of the truck and then break it down every morning and stuff it back in the truck and then drive to work. So what does that mean for the channel off-grid stuff? Okay, well, I'm definitely living off-grid when I'm living in the truck. However, I'm coming home on the weekends, so I'm still going to have projects here. And the biggest thing is I've got 3 months of videos that I haven't edited yet. So all of the house building videos are still ready to be edited. So anytime that I'm not working or sleeping, I can have my truck and have my laptop or go to the library, and I can be working on videos in town. So odds are I'm going to still be able to put up a video a week. In that respect, you know, for all of the videos of the house, you've seen the updates already, but I haven't shown any of the build per se. So I'm thinking I'll do the foundation on one video, maybe foundation and floor build, and then one will be standing up the walls. Or, you know, maybe building the walls will be one whole video. I mean, that's kind of repetitive. Building the trusses. I made my own trusses, you know, so that can be a video. Building the roof, shingles, siding, a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of electrical, you know, and that's that. One last thought, and this is something that keeps coming up. Everybody's like, oh, I need to do insulation. Well, yeah, I do. But I was kind of waiting for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't really want to do insulation when it's 100 degrees. Even if it's the stuff that's not supposed to be itchy, when you're sweating, it's going to itch. I've played with it just a little bit, and it's not pretty. So what I'm looking at is I'm going to do the insulation when it is actually colder, and then I'll do it. You know, yeah, you should do it ahead of time, but in the meantime, I got to live in the house when I couldn't afford to go buy the insulation. So now when I'm working, I'll be making enough money. I can go, I can probably do one room at a time, do the installation. So like in here, yeah, I very likely will insulate the shop first for practice, get that done, and then move everything from storage into the shop, insulate storage, and then move everything back. And then I'll drag my bed back into the shop and sleep back there and then do the front. Okay, something like that. But I'm not in that big of a hurry. Two, if I'm working 4 or 5 days a week, I'm not going to be here anyway. I'm going to be sleeping in a tent or making another camper shell. So it's not a big deal. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm not worried. I've got a really good sleeping bag. Propane is pretty cheap. This will be warmer than the bus was. Not too worried. But yeah, it's kind of going to be an interesting question. I think officially I'm part-time. They at one point said probably 32 hours a week. Okay. But I've already got scheduled 32 hours this week plus the 8 hours I worked. We'll see what happens after that. I will typically have my schedule 1 or 2 weeks in advance. So I should know what's going on then. And then I kind of look at it as well, either I'm in town making money or I'm out here and then I can work on projects. So when I worked at the post office, the last job was about 20 hours a week. I actually didn't complain about that too much because anytime I wasn't working, I had time out here. So I didn't have a lot of money, but I did have a lot more time. So I'm not too worried either way. If I get more hours, I make more money. If I get less hours, I have more time for projects, and we'll be okay. Right. Okay. That was the second time I recorded this video, and I still hit 25 minutes, so hopefully I can edit it down so that people will actually watch most of it. Anyway, if you watched this far, thank you, and sorry. If you're new to the channel, this is probably not the typical video. It's just kind of a life update of what's going on. So stay tuned. The next one will probably be different and maybe even better. What else? Like and subscribe, and thank you very much to the Patreons. Also, yeah, hey, welcome to all the new subscribers. We are now officially over 900 subscribers. 909. Where's the sign? Something is over there. It's like 909 as of yesterday. So, yay! When we hit 1,000, I'm saying we because you're part of it. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're then eligible to start making money from YouTube. Now, it's not going to be very much, but the way I've always said it, my expenses are very low out here. So if I can start making anything from YouTube and book sales, also, yeah, buy my books, that helps. But if I can start making money off of YouTube and book sales and a couple things like that, then that helps enormously because eventually I anticipate making more money than I'm making at my job. Doesn't seem like it'll take very much. Wouldn't that be great? Anyway, yeah, that's gone on way too long. So again, thank you and sorry. And questions and comments always welcome. Thanks for your support, and bye for now. Alright, that's about it for this week. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. And what else is there? Patreon and PayPal and all that other stuff. Check out the link in the description. I've got a page on my website. Gives you a lot more information about the ranch and everything I'm doing out here. So again, thanks for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. More info is on my website. You should totally check that out. Link is in the description. I do things differently.